Well, I was editing and trying to look at video. Mike worked on this panel. Failed phenomenal. Well, he continued and continued and continued. I love this. We're actually going to plug it in for the first time tonight. I haven't plugged it in. The battery's been dead. So just trying to understand this whole hybrid transition for me, which is different. Wanted to buy a Tesla, but just can't adjust this whole electric. I need the gas. Never the worrisome. But I can see, oh my gosh, you can already start to see the glisten and the shininess. And it feels so much better. I think that was the draw to me and Mike, is when we met, was cars. I owned a car lot previously and loved to detail cars when I was always having to detail cars. That's just what I had. And he details his F-150 since he got it like a baby, and that's how we connected. Well, now married a year. Exciting. So exciting. But now we get to talk about it and share things about what drove our interest. And first of all was cars and what you can do to a car. I feel like a car has a personality. If you give it attention, you give it love, it comes alive, and they do. They truly do. Ronky was sitting ready to get ready for auction. He had flown around 3 lots before anybody bought him. I can show you a previous picture of it. He did not look like that. We've modified it since then, but he was neglected in the corner, and we kind of stalked him for a little while and just decided, yep, he is the one. And kind of the same thing that I do when I see a vehicle, I kind of stalk it and see how long the dealership has had it, which is the best and benefit for me to purchase. The longer they have it, the better deal you get. Mike and I were trying to talk about settling after getting out of the K5. I would have to get a used vehicle, more miles, maybe possibly in 2022, 23. And so I kept persistent with him that I was like adamant about miles and definitely the year. So I suggest when you're looking for a car, you take time and patience and really utilize where your vehicles are in the lot and how long they've been there, because they can actually benefit you when it comes to negotiation. So between Ronky and this guy in the making, I already have parts ordered. Tires and wheels are being looked at. When I get the tint on it this weekend. It is a holiday weekend, so we'll definitely still be in town. Drop it off Saturday. I don't intend to, I really wanted to, but I don't intend to tint the windshield. But I do like the kind of subtle tint. I think as I get older, I don't know. I used to go blackout tint. I used to black out my windshields. And no matter what anybody says, they were the greatest things for me because I have sensitivity to light. But at the same time, I understand safety. So I'll probably just kind of keep the same tint in the back and dark in the front. No windshield, maybe. I don't know. When I intend to the back, I have a black handle in order. I love the power gate. I intend to blacken out the handles. They're in order. My previous video you saw that I did that in K5. I have window rain guards ordered. I can't decide yet if I want to blacken out tail lights. If you look back, I went from, I've had lots of cars unfortunately, but I went from a Dodge Charger to the K5 just because I was trying to save on gas, which I really was making a big difference. But safety wise, I didn't think it was a big choice. But anyways, so I went to the charger. I blackened out tail lights, headlights, windshield lights, everything. But when I would drive around in town, I would be selected, and I actually got pulled over because of my windshield and dark intent. So I'm thinking with this guy, I might lessen him up so I don't get pulled over or watched when I do get out and about with it. But I do surely like the dark tint. I don't know if many people have had a tinted windshield. It is a very nice necessity, especially when you're commuting each day and you have that sun beating on your face. I have sensitivity of life due to medical history, so light is a big issue for me. These windshields are huge, as you can see. So having some tint on them is surely a benefit. But okay, honey's ready to show me some more. What you got, baby?
Where's the charger?
Okay, so now we're going to do what we've never done before. And that is, the dealer took me aside and says to try, oops, sorry, I'm putting all this stuff my kids away everywhere, but he showed me, I got stuff in here. Hold on. Underneath this tire thing in the back, I have this plug, and so I've never had a hybrid. Here we are. I'm gonna try it tonight for the first time. See how it goes. I don't have any plugs, any chargers, any special equipment, nothing. Sorry, I'm trying to put my thing back in place. But benefit of it is I don't have a garage, and yet we're going to be able to plug it from our shed, which does have a antenna, as you see here. Is why we don't like the house. It's not having a garage, but that's a whole other topic. So I don't know what this is other than I see them everywhere, and the benefit is I bought the car from Land Rover, and the car salesman took me aside and showed me the difference between plugs. I've never seen an electrical plug, sorry. My lights got dark. There we go. I'm in my shed, so I definitely have light. But I have never, and I was so against electric. I would have bought a freaking Dodge Charger 25 electric if I would have known. But anyways. So here we go. Yes, I need to clean my driveway. Lots of stains. We do a lot of auto work.
Thank you.
Okay, so eek. First times. I love the benefit of life is I get to benefit a lot of first times with Mike. So here we go. Here, babe. Plug this guy in and see for our time what hybrid and this whole thing is. Maybe our intimidation of electric is all about. So, again, this is our first time. It did state in the YouTube videos that it was going to this thing here, and then in the beginning it was going to spark this in the inside. It did like this flashing stuff, but I wasn't paying attention. But I do think it's cute. So we're plugging it in from my driveway to our shed, and that's our direct plug for tonight. Let's see how it does. It hasn't been plugged in. Honestly, it was at a 0. I don't even know anything of what it was reporting on the dash, but we'll find out in the morning.